Adequate notice of this meeting was provided and published in the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on January 17, 2025. Copies of the agenda were provided to the newspaper, posted on public bulletin boards in the Township website.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Here.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Here.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Here.
Councilman Feynman.
Here.
Councilwoman Travers.
Here.
Vice President Menachino.
Here.
President Ambrosino.
Here. I ask everybody in attendance to rise for a salute to the flag and a moment of silence. Please be seated. Madam Clerk, please accept the reports from municipal officers.
Of course.
And is there a motion and a second to approve minutes from the September 9th meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Abstain.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we have a few presentations this evening. We're actually going to swap the order here at Chief Forrester's request, and I'd first like to invite up both Chief Forrester and Harry Delgado to the podium.
I apologize. See my back. The Vice President knows me, so I think. So what brings me here tonight is actually a recognition for your police department. But to add context to what I'm about to say, because obviously law enforcement needs to be recognized, it is about the fact that they've reached their 4-3 accreditation. Now, a little context. So out of all the agencies in the state of New Jersey that would be eligible to apply for accreditation, about 54% of those make it once. Those that actually reach accreditation a second time fall into a group of about 32%. Second, 12%. Third, 7.89%. Those that made it as far and shown a commitment, a long-term commitment, such as the Brick Township Police Department, fall in a very exclusive group of less than 6% of all the law enforcement agencies in the state of New Jersey, and that includes prosecutor's office, includes sheriff's departments, includes colleges and university. So every law enforcement, legitimate law enforcement agency in the state of New Jersey. So if you indulge me for 2 minutes, I'd like to share with you the significance of the achievement. So the Brick Township Police Department has once again made a commitment to adhering to best practices at the state and national level in a highly regarded statewide law enforcement accreditation program. This program, administered to the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission, has helped to transparently demonstrate the professionalism, transparency, and preparedness of state's law enforcement agencies in the state's public safety system. This uniquely challenging times and a threat to health and safety, encouraging law enforcement agencies to follow standardized practices and policies is a potentially life-saving and cost-effective investment of time and resources. Accreditation status gives an agency represents a significant professional achievement for a law enforcement agency. Now, this prestigious re-accredited status, and I say for the 4th time, demonstrates Chief David Forrester's firm commitment to state and national standards and the continued expectations for quality, professional, and ethical policing. Now, just so that you know what accreditation is about, briefly, accreditation provides objective evidence of an agency's commitment to excellence in leadership, resource management, and service delivery. Government officials can be more confident in the agency's ability to operate efficiently and meet community needs. And officers in accredited agencies, as I see many here tonight, can take pride that they have been objectively recognized for their professionalism and adherence to the highest standards. Now, out of the after the 3 years that it takes for an agency to get reaccredited, so do the math and you'll see how many years it takes for an agency to be reaccredited 4 times. There's a report that is generated that I have the privilege to recommend to the Commission or not. In this case, obviously, very proudly so. So let me just paraphrase some of what the assessor said during this visit. Under Chief Forrester's leadership, a high level of competence, leadership, and professionalism is evident within the agency. Whether future issues deal with the recruiting, technology, or wellness, this agency continues to assertively move forward with a history and commitment to following best practices with a preparedness plan and a verification of excellence. And typically, we find something when we have that final assessment, because they have to show over 400 items of proof to about 112 standards in the state of New Jersey. And typically we find something. In the case of the Brick Township Police Department, after the fourth reaccreditation, it is remarkable that we didn't find anything that we had to actually discuss during this final assessment. So in closing, it is the opinion of the assessment team that the Brick Township Police Department is a highly professional and committed agency which exemplifies all of the tenets of law enforcement agency at the state and national level. So therefore, it is indeed my honor here tonight on behalf of the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission to congratulate Chief David Forrester, Accreditation Manager Lieutenant Vincent Coburn, the members of the Brick Township Police Department, the mayor, the council president, and those citizens that they so proudly serve for having achieved their fourth reaccreditation, joining a very, very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that have made this long-term commitment to excellence in policing. So to all, indeed, congratulations.
Thanks, Harry. It's a pleasure seeing you again.
Honestly, I think that's a testament to the phenomenal police department that we have had and continue to have here in Brick Township. I think it's due another round of applause. Thank you all for what you do for our community. Now I'd like to ask Chief Forrester back to the podium because I think we've got a promotion to celebrate.
Yeah, and just in reference to that, I have to give credit to the men and women and all the people that work for the police department for that great honor. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't have been successful in achieving accreditation. So, thank you. Good evening. First and foremost, I'd like to express my gratitude to the mayor, the town council, and our business administrator for the support of both our town and the police department. Tonight, we gather to celebrate a moment of pride and accomplishment, one that reflects dedication, perseverance, and honorable service. It is a privilege to witness the promotion of Sergeant Michael DeMeo, whose leadership, skill, and commitment to our community's safety have distinguished him throughout his career. Sergeant DeMeo leads with integrity and professionalism, setting an example for those who follow in his footsteps. His pursuit of excellence has brought us to this well-earned milestone. Since joining the department in July 2014, Sergeant DeMeo has served in the Operations Division and spent 7 years as a training officer in the Professional Standards Unit, mentoring and shaping the next generation of officers. Beyond his primary assignments, he has served on the Honor Guard, the Bike Unit, and remains an active member of the Special Emergency Response Team. His dedication has earned him numerous honors, including the Combat Cross, a Life-Saving Award, 2 Chief Certificates, and the Grand Cordon Award. Sergeant DeMeo now brings his experience and leadership to the midnight shift, continuing his commitment to both the department and the community. He is joined tonight by his wife, Dina, and their 4 children, and his proud parents, Vincent and Sharon DeMeo. If you come on up, please. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'll move this out of the way.
this back. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Because I have one more thing.
Right now?
Congratulations again to Sergeant DeMeo.
I'm just walking right up. We have one more presentation this evening. It's in, yeah, room. There we go. It's in honor of Dystonia Awareness Month. The month of September 2025 has been designated throughout the nation as Dystonia Awareness Month. Dystonia Awareness Month is designed to help raise awareness, understanding, support for this neurological movement disorder similar to Parkinson's disease. Dystonia has an array of symptoms such as painful and prolonged muscle contractions, which are involuntary, abnormal, and often repetitive. These symptoms significantly interfere with a person's daily life by impeding those affected from the ability to perform simple daily tasks. Dystonia has limited treatments and currently has no cure and is often misdiagnosed, inspiring sufferers to live by the slogan, never, never give up. Therefore, I, Lisa Crate, Mayor of the Township of Brick, in the County of Ocean in the State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2025 as Dystonia Awareness Month in the Township of Brick, and I call upon all citizens to support the efforts of the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation and the Central Jersey Dystonia Support Group to raise public awareness and a better understanding of the impact on those affected by dystonia. And we have one of those people right here. So we'd love to thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, please. Oh, boy. Mayor Crate, council members, staff, fellow Brick residents. Thank you for this opportunity to tell my story. I'm Marguerite. This is my husband, Gary. September being Dystonia Awareness Month, I want to share a little bit about my experience living with this little-known disorder. There are many different types of dystonia, from focal dystonia affecting one part of the body, to segmental dystonia affecting two or more parts of the body, to general dystonia affecting all parts of the body. I have segmental dystonia affecting my trunk and the left side of my body. When I had full-blown symptoms, my body just wouldn't do what my brain asked it to do, and I presented like this. Over a 4-year period, my mobility greatly deteriorated. I was only able to get around by wheelchair at home and scooter at work for 2 years. There are about 500,000 of us here in North America who have dystonia. It's the third most common movement disorder after essential tremor and Parkinson's. In fact, there are more people with dystonia than with Huntington's, muscular dystrophy, and Lou Gehrig's disease combined. Yet it is under-recognized and misdiagnosed by the medical community. Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch had dystonia. There's little people here. Keith Emerson from Emerson, Lake and Palmer had dystonia, and his wife claims that the reason that he took his own life was because he was so anxious and overwhelmed about his upcoming tour and not being able to perform. Probably the best-known advocate for Parkinson's, Michael J. Fox, has dystonia, as do 30% of folks with Parkinson's. He supports the dystonia community as well, and he's often seen at the dystonia walks in New York City. Also, the Michael J. Fox Foundation collaborates with the Bachman Strauss Dystonia Foundation in efforts to improve the lives of folks with dystonia and to search for a cure. The beginning of my story is similar to many folks with dystonia. I was undiagnosed, misdiagnosed for years. I went to chiropractors, acupuncturists, orthopedists, and was told, you're out of alignment, you need an adjustment, your chi's out of sync, you have herniated discs, stenosis, arthritis. But the x-rays, MRIs, and CT scans, of course, didn't show that I have dystonia. I tried medications, cortisone blocks, back patches, and rounds of physical therapy, with doctors remarking now and again, why are you walking like that? Well, I was hoping you could tell me. After many years, I was referred to a neurologist, and I was diagnosed with dystonia. Now focusing on the neurological aspects, we tried more medications to no avail, all with side effects. And then I was referred to a dystonia specialist for yet more drugs, Botox with sonograms to inject deeper without damaging vital organs. Finally, in 2016, after 2 years in a wheelchair, I was considered a candidate for deep brain stimulation. A neurosurgeon said that in my particular case, there was a 70% chance of some kind of improvement. So I was a go. Gary's only question was, how many of these have you done? The doctor answered, almost 1,000, and he was on board. Pre-testing and scanning to map my brain went well, so in March of 2016, my head was shaved and the first hole was drilled about the size of a dime to implant the first electrode and wire, which was coiled up under my scalp. A month later, a second hole was drilled to implant the second electrode and wire. 2 weeks later, pockets were made and neurotransmitters were inserted here and here under my collarbone. They provide the pulse and the power. And the wires were pulled down underneath my scalp and connected. A month later, I was turned on and I could walk and stand. These lasted 3 years. Then in 2019, technology advancing by leaps and bounds, I got rechargeable batteries. These are good for 10 to 12 years, but I have to charge them every few days to remain upright and walking. This is how I charge up. Props are always good, right? This stayed at home plugged into my, the round. Got it. Plugged into my outlet at home and put it over the battery, push the button, and I'm charging. It takes about an hour on each side. What deep brain stimulation does is it interrupts the excessive electrical impulses in the brain. I do also have a remote. I can turn myself on and off for EKGs, surgery, conditional MRIs with the certain precautions and the proper machine. I can have MRIs. But brain surgery is not for everyone. It's not a cure, and it's not successful for everyone. I can't imagine my life without having done it, but I still experience symptoms. I have my good days and bad. I have difficulty writing and typing. My speech is affected. I have trouble with balance and walking. I feel twitching and pulling. Sometimes I shake or quiver. Right now it's because I'm nervous, though. I get feet and leg cramps, and it's all so tiring. I no longer work because it affects my job performance. I'm a sign language interpreter, and dystonia affects my speech and as it affects my speech and writing. It also affects my signing space, which has become smaller, and the execution. I'm a little not as crisp as I was. The good news is that dystonia is generally not life-threatening, but it is life-altering, with both physical and emotional impacts. Everyone has their own story. This one is mine, and sharing mine is one small way that I can bring awareness to this little-known disorder in hopes for a better care and a cure. If you'd like more information about dystonia, you can contact the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation, DMRF. Well, that's my story, or parts of it. Thanks for listening. And as folks in the dystonia community say, never, never give up. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Stand back a little bit so she can go to the front. You ready? Thank you so much. It was good seeing you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Marguerite. That concludes the presentations for this evening. We're now going to move on to the consent agenda in just a moment. Ready when you are.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item 5.1.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159, Division of Highway Traffic Safety for the Drunk Driving Enforcement Fund Grant.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the insertion of $79,252.07 from the State of New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety Drunk Driving Enforcement Fund. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.2.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159 Ocean County Health Department Municipal Alliance Grant 2025.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the insertion of a grant in the amount of $21,773 from the Ocean County Health Department for the 2025 Municipal Alliance Grant. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.3.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159 Ocean County Office of Senior Services Program 060, increase in 3C 1 carryover.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes the insertion of a grant in the amount of $26,010 from the Ocean County Office of Senior Services to provide additional funds for our Senior Services Department to continue to host the Community Cafe Meal Program at the Brick Housing Authority.
Thank you. Item 5.4.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159 NJDEP Green Acres Program.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the insertion of a grant in the amount of $712,500 from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection Green Acres Program. This grant is for the Mallard Point Park redevelopment project. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.5.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159 NJOEM Fiscal Year 25 Emergency Management Agency Assistance Grant.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the insertion of a grant in the amount of $10,000 from the New Jersey Office of Emergency Management. This grant helps offset the cost of the Township's OEM coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.6.
Authorize insertion of Chapter 159 National Opioid Settlement.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the insertion of a grant in the amount of $255,437.47. Opioid resolutions, which is now available from nationwide settlements that have been reached to resolve all opioid litigation brought by states and local municipalities against various pharmaceutical distributors and manufacturers. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.7.
Authorize receipt of bids Long Point and Perry Drives roadway resurfacing.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for the Long Point and Perry Drive resurfacing project.
Thank you. Item 5.8.
Authorize receipt of proposals professional services.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of proposals for professional services for 2026. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.9.
Authorize award of contract ambulance repairs.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes the award of contract for ambulance repairs to Larson Ford Lakewood. This is a 2-year open-ended contract for the amount not to exceed $100,000 per year at an approved schedule of prices for the work needed. Bid notices were provided to 14 prospective bidders from our bidders list, and 6 vendors picked up bid packages. 3 bids were received, with All-American Ford being the lowest responsible bidder.
Thank you. Item 5.10.
Authorize award of contract Mallard Point Park improvements.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the amount of $436,935 with TC Landscape Construction Group Bayville for the Mallard Point Park Improvement Project. Bid notices were provided to 90 prospective bidders from our bidders list and 10 requested bid packages. 4 bids were received, with TC Landscape Construction being the lowest responsible bidder. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.11.
Authorize award of contract Drum Point Sports Complex cameras through Omnia National Cooperative.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the award of contract in the amount of $57,602.95 to Carasoft Technology Group, Reston, Virginia. This contract is for the purchase of 5 poles and solar-powered cameras for the poles at Drum Point Sports Complex. This system will enhance the current camera system in place at the complex and will focus on areas not currently covered. These cameras are being purchased through the National Cooperative Purchasing Agreement known as Omnia Partners. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.12.
Authorize award of contract Workforce Ready UKG through Omnia National Cooperative.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the award of contract in the amount of $37,070 $37,070.87. Kronos Sazar, Lowell. MA for UKG Ready Payroll and Human Resources Software. This system renewal is being purchased through a national cooperative purchasing agent known as Omnia Partners.
Thank you. Item 513.
Authorize award of contract purchase and delivery of one 2026 Ford Super Duty F-250.
Councilman Feinman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the award of contract in the amount of $57,559.80 with Nielsen Ford of Morristown for a 2026 Ford Super Duty F-250 as needed by Brick EMS. Funding for this purchase was approved in the 2025 capital budget. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item 514.
Authorize special events permit St. Paul's Blessing of the Animals.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes a special event permit for St. Paul's United Methodist Church to hold a Blessing of the Animals event on September 27, 2025. The event will be held from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the church on Herbertsville Road. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 515.
Authorize special events permit Level Up Skate Park fundraising event.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a special event permit for a Level Up Skate Park fundraising event on September 28th, 2025. The event will be held from noon to 4 at Level Up Skate Park located in Shops at Brick on Van Zyl Road. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to 516.
516A is an inspection fund release for Block 869, Lot 17. B is a performance bond release for Block 1027, Lot 81.
Thank you. Item 517.
17A is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 324.32, Lot 2. 17B is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 383.12, Lot 63. 17C is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 876, Lot 3. 17D is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction at Block 902.15, Lot 13. 17E, tax overpayment for 2025 at Block 382, Lot 8.01 and Block 382, Lot 8.
Thank you, Ms. Bergen. This brings us to the end of the consent agenda. Is there a motion and a second from the council on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Open to council for comments and questions. I'm going to make a comment. Several of these items included grants that we were able to achieve. I think if you did the quick math, that was over $1.1 million in grants that we were able to bring into the town. That's fantastic. Open to the public for questions on these resolutions on the consent agenda only. Yes, ma'am.
I'm back. Older, grayer, and more infirm. However, still interested in what goes on in my town and want to know all the facts. To that end, I had not been able to attend meetings for my latest infirmity. I've got several of them now, but that's nothing compared to what some people that Estonia woman, Marguerite, she has a really hard road. I'm old. I don't expect to last forever. So I've had things replaced. But I happened to look at the YouTube of the last meeting. And lo and behold, one of my pet peeves about how this council does not serve us, the people. And it was the business with the lot and block. And imagine my shock when I found out that even the people over here and up here can't translate it. You're not supposed to expect us, the people, to know how to use computers, how to get to the lot and block, which agency to go to, and have the ability, physical and mental, to do it. I was absolutely shocked. I don't understand why you have continued to resist putting a little bit extra on each time you had a lot and block, defining it by the address that it's known as in the books it's actually known by how far it is from the nearest intersection and a lot more information. All I have ever asked is at least give me the address. And you could do that while still keeping that you put the lot and block. Doesn't help because you people don't even know it. So I repeat, the next meeting, I would like to see that every time lot and block appears, the street address appears. If there's no street address, do what they do on the books. Put the nearest cross street and nearest intersection.
Thank you, Ms. Nicole.
Excuse me, if I could just say one thing.
Madam Clerk.
Yeah, I have no problem giving the street addresses for the commercial properties as far as the bond releases go. The first one is for the Ocean Earlyhead Childhood Center on 26 Princeton Avenue. And the second one is for the medical office at 2019 Route 88. But I do stand with my decision to keep just the block and lots for the widows, the tax and private citizens under the reasonable expectation of privacy.
Thank you. It's very gracious.
I would venture to say that there is no expectation of privacy as to the actual address, but you can check that out with somebody who's a higher authority. And by the way, what name did you call me as I left?
Ms. Call.
It sounded like you said something else and put something in front of the call.
Are there any other questions with regard to the consent agenda? Mr. Finelli.
Good evening. One question and one comment, and you stole some of my thunder, but I'm going to go there anyway. Item number 6, the opioid settlement. Is that a one-time end of story amount of money?
Ms. Bergen?
No, it is not. It's a settlement that's paid out over time.
But is that the total amount? I had written down 193,000, but you had said something else. What was the correct amount?
193,600.41.
No.
It was updated.
My question is that all we're going to get?
Yes, this is the grant that we're getting for now, and anything additional we get would be done by resolution.
But there could be more for that.
It's ongoing litigation.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mr. Finelli, just for clarity, the correct amount is $255,437.47.
No.
It was updated.
Oh,
Yes,
it was
it was
updated?
updated.
That was the updated resolution. My apologies.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
All right,
And I
so the
believe it's
190
accurate, I'm sorry, I believe it's accurate, we've received funds in the past as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the 193 is up.
Yes.
It is now up to 255, and it may be more in the future.
No complaint about that.
Neither will
The
be.
other thing I just wanted to add on what you talked about. The first 6 items on the agenda tonight are all revenue coming into the township, right? And your number's bigger than mine because I had the wrong number, but it's well over $1 million. And I know I've said it in the past, but I'll say it again every time I feel it's worthy of saying. Thank you to all of the people who involved in getting the money and the grants. I mean, over $1 million in one meeting is certainly not something to scoff at.
I think it represents a lot of work throughout the township and many of the department heads in applying for and successfully receiving these grants.
And I agree 100%, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Finelli. Are there any other questions from the public on the consent agenda? Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontarero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Minikino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
Moving on to 518, bill resolution.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $13,963,208.36.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions on the computer bill resolution. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the computer bill resolution? Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese. Yes. Councilwoman Pontoriero. No. Councilwoman DeYoung.
Abstain. Community Services, yes to the rest.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 519.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution in the amount of $18,869.51.
Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions on the manual bill resolution. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the manual bill resolution. Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, agenda item number 6.
An ordinance amending Chapter 145 of the Township Code entitled Construction Codes Uniform to revise the language in the subsection pertaining to the electric subcode fees to comply with DCA requirements.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. Construction official Mike Josephic advised the state NJDCA as required municipalities to revise the wording that outlines permit fees for photovoltaic systems. Fees remain unchanged. The state is requesting clarification on wording.
Thank you, Councilman. Is there a motion and a second on this
Motion.
ordinance?
Motion. Sorry.
Second.
Thank you. Open to council for questions on this ordinance. Seeing none, close council. Open to the public for questions on this ordinance only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us to agenda item number 7, public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the public? Mr. Maggiani.
My comment tonight is going to be about the brick community itself. Number one, we had a vigil at Windward on Sunday. Officers that were there because they all made everybody safe. A little intimidating, being snipers, which was out of the ordinary around here, but felt safe, and I think it was a good thing for this town, and it was just the whole town came together. Is what I'm saying, and it was good. And I think what we should do, future roads down. Do things like that in this town, not for that reason, but to get the community together, forget about politics, forget about everything else. The thing we need is family. Everybody has a family. We need to do stuff, family, things like that. Instead of arguing, everybody argues all the time over little stupid things, somebody speeds, the rest of the first house. I think we should start really getting more involved with family and move forward. To me, I lost my sister to drugs 2 years ago, and the families, if they have somebody with a problem, let's try to work it, as a community, and maybe
Thank you, Bob. Well said. Are there any other questions or comments? Ms. Call. Thank you, Ms. Cole. Are there other questions or comments from the public? Mr. Saluka.
John Sluka, 950 Sylvia Court. I read my notes 10/20/2025. They made Craig Council President, Deborah Kevin, and all councilmen and councilwomen, as well as all residents, students, and workers of Brick and Ocean County. Find a place where you can view the Garden State Parkway through the stages, toxins, and noise. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners created the toxins, dangers, and noise for this expansion of the Garden State Parkway more than 13 years ago, and it has gotten increasingly worse. The toxins have been killing residents of Brick. How many people have lung disease? How many people have cancer of the mouth, jaw, and throat? How many people have cancer of the esophagus, stomach, or intestines? How many people have cancer of the interior areas such as blood and your bones? How many people are dying from the Garden State Parkway toxins and don't even know it yet? Too many people in the Brick area dying and suffering prematurely, and the New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners just don't care. As long as they make their money, the residents can go to hell. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners got their politically appointed positions, so they need not care what happens to the people. Children wait at the bus stops less than 100 yards away from the dangerous toxins, while parents and other residents suffer through the noise and toxins that the expanded Garden State Parkway forces upon them. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners do not care, so it's truly up to the Brick Township Mayor, Council, Administration, and news sources to fight for the residents. Lip service once a year obviously does no good. It's time to act. Please, the residents of our Greenwood condo area, Brick High School, Primrose Gardens, Sutton Village, Lanes Mill School, Greenbrier, Town Hall, Briar Mill, Birchwood Park, and other places in Brick and Ocean County, monthly go on deaf ears. Daily letters, hourly phone calls, and constant pressure are the only things that they may force some action. Here's another election year, and not one of the candidates, locally or statewide, says they will do anything. How many people may suffer and die before the action is taken? The administration has been notified by the New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commission that they will do something, but this is truly negligible and just enough to shut the town off. One cannot see any results from their verbiage. Action is needed, and actions do speak louder than words. Toxins can cause cancer, lung disease, heart disease, and other death. One must realize that air pollution is harmful to everyone, and not just the people of Greenwood. It has impacted Cherrywood, Brick High School, Primrose Gardens, Briar Mill, Sutton Village, Lanes Mill School, Greenbrier, Town Hall, Birchwood Gardens, and other areas of all of Brick and of Ocean County. Does anyone here to feel of the residents? Is there anyone there to listen to the residents and the workers? Does anyone really care? Are the political pressures too much for our elected and non-elected people? They may not. Thanks for your time. And we go back first, the next meeting is the first Tuesday of the month, right?
It will be announced. It is October 7th, I'm pretty sure, Jack.
Okay. Next meeting is going to be in. Okay, thank you for your time. You'll have a minute.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Brian Sook. Me and my wife, Erin, live in 1176 Concord Drive. So recently, a few months now, our neighbors we have two neighbors now that are rehabilitation homes. We found this out from our neighbors. We were talking in the community, basically, other surrounding neighbors. So essentially, for the rehabilitation homes, there's a revolving door that happens. I'm not sure the zoning and how that's allowed really in a residential home or a neighborhood really, but apparently the state somehow got away with it. basically, and then a new person comes in, so there's many men, and then there's many women, and they commingle basically across the street. Additionally, there's numerous cars that are parked not even on the right side of the street, facing the wrong way. And it's just a real concern, because also other neighbors around here, around there, don't feel necessarily safe. I was told that the guys are literally smoking in the backyard. The neighbors are getting looked at by all these men basically, and don't feel comfortable outside in their houses or their pools.
Some teenage female.
Some teenage females, thank you. And yeah, so with that being said, I'd appreciate any other additional help or concerns that you guys could do. Obviously, our goal is to basically get family there, but with this going around literally the two houses, we don't feel like that's necessarily safe, and we love Brick, so we appreciate any help in this matter.
Could you repeat your address?
1176 Concord Drive.
So, Council President Ambrosino, may I speak to this?
Absolutely, Ms.
Thank
Perkins.
you. So I appreciate you being here. I have been in touch with one of your neighbors. So we did contact the state on behalf of the neighbors to make a formal complaint of how they were operating. That was not consistent with the township zoning, but understood if it was a state license that they needed to be aware of the activity that was greatly upsetting these neighbors, that we felt it didn't meet the criteria. So the state called right away to say, what's different about the state versus us? We can't go out and knock on the door and do an inspection because we're getting complaints like that. The state can. So your neighbor, Donna's her first name, sent me a lot of videos and photos, and I made a zip drive of all those, and the guy from the state stopped here, the inspector, picked up the zip drive, looked at the photos and the videos. He's gone out there and he put a 5-day warning on the door, which says you are not, neither of these homes have a state license, so they are not licensed at all, and saying that they had to cease and desist until that part was addressed. So this is in the hands of the state. They are keeping the township in the loop, and when they don't, I follow up and get a new update, but I would be happy to include you on the chain with Donna when I send updates on what's happening. But the state has been very responsive in this regard. They assure me that it doesn't have the proper licenses. They have the power to shut it down, and that's what they intend to do.
I appreciate that. You could that'd be awesome.
Yes, just stop over here and write your email address down.
Thank
Okay.
you. I appreciate that.
Paul, it's 1171.
Thank you.
Okay. And 72, 1171, 1172.
I'm presuming that's it on that topic, sir?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Thank you very much. Mr. Finelli.
I'm going to go off the chart a little bit tonight, maybe even shoot myself in the foot, so bear with me. If you want me to stop, I will. First of all, at the last meeting, I went through a long list of all the things that are wrong in Brick, remember? Yeah. All right? Well, it seems like we get a new one every week, so we have 2 more, all right?
Can't wait to hear.
You're trying to hide the fact that you're a Democrat.
Oh.
That's one of them. And the second one is, it didn't go to the Republican-sponsored Charlie Kirk Memorial.
I was there. I was present the entire time, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep, whole time. I actually got there a little before 6, and I left probably close to 9:15, so I was there the whole time and after.
Well, I guess we scratched that one, but
Yes,
wasn't,
delete.
wasn't there either, so. If you would ask me what I think the biggest problem in Brick is right now, anybody want to guess what I would say? Huh? You're close.
Misinformation.
No, you're close with the taxes thing. But seeing as how I got senior freeze, I got the Yanka program, and if the new one comes out next year, which is stay in New Jersey, I'm probably not gonna talk about taxes anymore. The only impact it'll have is when I sell my house, if the person is not my age, then taxes play into that. So, what I would tell you right now is the school district is the biggest problem. Okay? but he, okay, thank you. Add a couple of seconds to my clock. I just want to talk about a couple of things, why I'm saying that. Number one, funding. The state funding just came out now for the school districts, all right? Toms River got $28 million in state funding. Jackson got $23 million in state funding. Howell got $22 million in state funding. And Brick got $14.5. Way below similar districts in the area. Toms River might be a little bigger. If you haven't been following what's going on in Lakewood, they finally made it to the appellate court with their 10-year lawsuit about getting more money for Lakewood, and the court said, you're getting all you're getting, that's it. You're not going to get any more. Just a little background, Lakewood only has 5,000 students in the public school system, but they got 50,000 in the private school system. I think we have St. Dominic's, all right? But now the courts are saying you're not getting any more money. Lakewood owes $170 million, and they wanted to borrow another $100 million this year. So even the courts aren't doing anything anymore, all right? The existing formula right now says no matter what you getting or you're supposed to get, the most we're going to improve it by 1 year is 6%. So Brick, with all the ELL programs and everything else, they got the 6%, which was $871,000, all right? The most you can lose if you're overfunded is 3%, right? So if you're getting way more money than you're supposed to, you're only going to lose 3%, but if you're supposed to get a lot more money than you're supposed to, you're only going to get 6%, all right? If you watch the meetings that I talk about at the school district, two biggest problems over there are scholastic achievement and the horrendous attendance of the students, right? So what I'm asking is get more involved. This is the future of Brick. This is the students, and this is the taxpayers, all right? Toms River kicked their taxes up 10% this year. Luckily, Brick didn't do that. But how long are they going to be able to hold out before they have to do that? They're all selling school buildings, they're selling municipal buildings, they're selling school district building. It's getting crazy right now. It's really bad. This is the future of Brick. This is the students. This is the taxpayers. And I think the school district is fighting the best they can, but they're losing. So they lose, we all lose. And I don't know how much you can put pressure on people or talk to people or get involved with it without breaking any rules or breaking. We got to do things differently. That's what I'm saying. And I think all of you people might be able to help that along and fix something that is way broken. If you read the latest or if you watched the debate Sunday between the two governor candidates, New Jersey was supposed to be the #1 school state in the country, but now it's number 12, according to their charts and everything. It's going down. It's only going to get worse. So that's my ask. And I know it's not an easy one. And I know one party wants to take over the council and everything else. So what I'm asking is not easy. But what I'm asking, I think, is absolutely necessary. We should all be going in the same direction. It shouldn't be red party or blue party or this or that. It should be what's best for here. And I hear you say that all the time. So I'm asking that we do a little more to make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Finelli.
Lectern, podium.
Deus.
I'm going to put a sign here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think some of your comments are very relevant. I know that there are multiple council people right up here right now who have children in this school district and others who have had children who have been in this school district or loved ones who have been in this school district. Are there any other questions from the public? Seeing none, close public. Ms. Bergen.
I have nothing, thank you.
Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I just have a few upcoming events. Tomorrow at the Teen Center, we're having Tie-Dye Day. We still have some spots open, so if you're interested in having your middle schooler or high schooler come to tie-dye some shirts or totes with us, you're welcome to do that. You can call our office, I think it's 732-262-1053, to RSVP for that. We have, like I said, we have some extra room. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun afternoon. Can't wait to do it. And we have a pickup brick coming to Arctic Ocean Drive on October 4th at 10 a.m., so you can join us for that. And finally, also on October 4th, we have our Challenger Halloween and Hayride taking place at Havens Farm from 12 to 2 on October 4th. And I do want to do a shout out and thank you to everyone who attended our longest table event this past Saturday. We had about 150 people from all over Brick Township. It was residents, young and old. We had our mayor's student advisory from both Brick Township and Brick Memorial High School. We had our hospital sponsors from, I just want to say Brick Hospital,
Hackensack.
Hackensack Meridian. They were our main sponsors for the event, so thank you to them. We had some civic organizations come out, along with some people from our chamber and some clergy members, and it was just a beautiful day with lots of people making new connections. And just like you said, it's one of the ways we want to bring Brick Township together with no party, no affiliation. It's just strictly neighbor to neighbor, friend to friend, and people making new connections. And it was really a beautiful day, and I want to thank everyone that came out to enjoy that day with us. So that's all.
Thank you. Mr. Starkey.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Madam Clerk.
Nothing else, thank you.
Madam Assistant Clerk, Substitute Secretary.
Nothing else, thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Albanese.
Just congratulations to Michael DeMeo and Chief Forrester, and I will say a prayer for Margaret Wise.
Councilwoman Ponterero.
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
I would like to wish my niece a very happy 3rd birthday. It's Saturday. She is very excited about turning 3. And I just want to commend the mayor with the longest table. It's such a great community event, and kind of plays to what Bob said before. It's really about our community, bringing them together for no other reason than for some good fellowship, some good food. We had our mayor student advisory serving there, and it was really such a beautiful day. And Mr. Finelli, you're right about the public and serving the public up here. It's really being up here is not about party. It is about serving our residents and making sure that we're doing everything that we can do to enhance and make their lives better. It's about what the residents of Brick want and need, and that is what our jobs are up here. So thank you so much.
Well said. Thank you. Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. So much love and appreciation in the air. It really is cool. But Mr. Finelli, I've always liked and respected you, and now that's gone up even higher. I agree with everything that you were saying. I believe in small-time help. Whenever you see that opportunity, to take it. So my formula is small from what you were talking about, but anytime my kids' teachers need any supplies, we're the first ones to supply it for them. I know my daughter's, she's got 2 teachers. I know the 2 teachers' favorite drinks because I asked so that I could bring it in for them. Any little thing, the little things go quite a distance. So that's how I contribute when I can. But I appreciate, everything that you were saying. And Bob, I also agree 1,000%. Definitely echoes all of the thoughts of the longest table event. I'd love to see you there next year, and a lot of other town events before then. But it really was awesome. I had a young gentleman sitting next to me in the hospital system, some older folks across from me, another small business owner to my right. forgive me, modern elders, sages. But an interesting, funny story that one of the sages spoke of was that one of their relatives was in electrolysis, and one of her patients was Dr. Ruth. You remember, Perry, the Dr. Ruth, the sex doctor or whatever. It was just a funny story, very enjoyable. Really love the connection. So stay safe and have fun. Thank you.
Councilwoman Travers, would you like to follow that?
I don't know. I'm also going to wish my middle guy, he turns 8 tomorrow, so I have a birthday for him. And then, I also wanted to congratulate Chief Forrester and Michael DeMaio as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Minikino.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to congratulate the officer that got promoted, Marguerite for speaking, again, the police accreditation. And at the longest table, it really is a good function. The ladies that we did sit across from, when we talked to them, they said that they weren't old, they weren't senior citizens, they were seasoned people. That's the way they explained it to me. They were very fun. It was a good time. It was fun. And I'm not that young, but they taught me how to eat the cupcake the right way. So I never knew there was a correct way to eat a cupcake, so they explained it to me. It's a story. But it was a good event, and thank you, Mayor, for putting that together. That's what I thought. So again, I thought there's no wrong way to eat a cupcake as long as you get one. But apparently I was doing it wrong. But thank you, and have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Council Vice President. Yeah, I'd just like to underscore it one more time. Of course, I echo quite a few of the sentiments that have been expressed here by the public and by my fellow council members. But I really do think it is a fantastic testament to the strength of our police department. Hopefully that is why we continue to give them the support that we do. But you can see what rare company they are in and have been in for now well over a decade because of their diligence, the diligence of Chief Forrester, the diligence of his predecessor, Chief Riccio, and really the dedication of every single one of the men and women that make up our BRIC PD. So that is fantastic. With that, I will announce that the next public meeting is on October 7th here at 7 p.m. Is there a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.